Games, Brains are Banging Life here with day 3 of the lockdown list. This is where daily we basically recommend you a horror movie to check out while you're locked up at home, which you should be doing by now. Everyone is telling you to do so. We're saying the same. The sooner you do this, the sooner we'll get through it. Right, Netflix. We're going to Netflix today. So if you've got a Netflix account, which you should do, who wouldn't, you can find this movie on there, and it is Maniac, a remake of the 1980s horror movie. This was released in, let me just check the date when this was released. As a reminder, this was released in 2012. And stars Elijah Wood. Yes, Frodo Baggins is the star of this movie. Although you never actually see him. I'd say 5% of the movie you see him, and normally only when he's looking in the mirror and a bit at the very end. The reason being is because the majority of this movie is shot via POV. Point of view from Elijah Wood's character. We constantly see it through his eyes. Maniac is a horror movie that does not mess around. It's very violent, very gory, and very, very nasty. It says it in the title. But it's got a number of things that make it really, really well worth watching. For starters, the POV style throughout the entire movie is generally cool as fuck. It's really interesting, really, really well done, really engaging. The movie has a fantastic soundtrack, an 80s synth style on par with like Halloween and Exorcist and so on. Stuff that you will well and truly remember. It really fits the tone of the movie. While obviously being a modern version of an 80s movie, it still has that classic style about it. And the third is Elijah Wood, who is fantastic here. When I first saw this, I remember thinking, I'm going to struggle here. I want to struggle here because that's Frodo Baggins, and he struggled to move on from that, and I struggle to see him as anything else. However, by the end of this movie, that wasn't a concern. I was completely and utterly sold on him in this. He is absolutely fantastic. And the basic plot, and no spoilers here, the basic plot is exactly as it sounds. He is a maniac with some mummy issues. It kind of just wants to be loved, so to speak, but can't quite contain his murderous ways. And that results in a lot of bloodshed, some downright violent and nasty stuff that will turn your stomach, but fits the tone of the movie so very, very well. I can't praise enough how well shot this movie is. It's not like the other movies. There's no like emotional depth to this movie in the sense that you're gonna feel something for the characters. Although you might warm to a couple. And you certainly won't warm to our main antagonist, Frank Elijah Wood. But you will certainly enjoy what they do on screen. It's a thrill ride. It's got a lot of tension built into it. And by the end, you won't feel great, if that makes sense. But you will be like, damn, that was a very, very fine movie. Check out Maniac. Netflix. This is for Netflix users. So as long as you've got that account, it is free to watch. I thoroughly recommend it. It really changed my mind on Elijah Wood when I first saw it. And it's in my opinion, way, way superior to the original as well. It's something for the gorehounds. Stay safe out there. Thank you very much for watching. You can check us out on gbhbl.com as well as on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and Tumblr. Go to Patreon to help us out over there. That's patreon.com/GBHBL, as well as Big Cartel, where you can find some of our merchandise. We have a podcast running on SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts. And of course, if you like this video, do us a favour, hit the subscribe button and help the channel grow. Games, horror and heavy metal. What else is life for?